What's up, everybody? It's Void. I'm here with a video on Marvel Rivals today. I have been loving playing Magneto lately, and I know that he's one of the harder tanks to get a feel for. So I definitely want to talk about some of the things that people can do to improve on being a master of magnetism. So check out the video. If you like it, please leave a like, give me a follow, do all the things that you do on YouTube. Let's get into the video. So you want to be better at playing Magneto. There's a couple of things that you want to learn to be the master of magnetism. Boils down to 3 different aspects of gameplay for him. It's shields, your right click, and your ult. Magneto has 2 types of shields. There's the shield that shields you and everybody behind you, that is on your shift. Then there's the shields that protect you or your teammates. You have to make a choice. The shield that protects you has a 3-second cooldown when it goes away, and if you notice on the right hand side of the screen, there's a little health bar that is building up. That bar is the time in which the shield will be out for. So Magneto's shields are not a set amount of HP that will take damage before the person behind the shield starts taking damage. They are up for a set amount of time. So I can blob a person with this and they are protected during a storm ult or being ulted by Iron Man and then taking a couple of repulsor shots, because it's not based on how much damage they can take, it is a set amount of time. So the shift shield goes on a 3-second cooldown, but it will be up longer based on how full that bar on the right of my screen is. Now I can hit it again, see the bar starts to fill up, timer's up, I can hit it, but the shield does not last very long because the timer is depleted to about 1/3. So you want to let that fill up as much as possible, so then you can get the amount of shield that you can most aptly protect your team by. If you need to, in quick instances of you see like an ult is coming, you can do a quick burst and then maybe pop a shield on them to make sure that they stay healthy. You want to be aware that because Magneto's shields are not HP based and they are time based, you have to be very specific about when you put shields on a person. If you hear Scarlet Witch starting to ult and pop a shield on a person, by the time she actually uses her ult, that shield's gonna go away and you protected no one, and now you're on a 12-second cooldown. So to kind of reiterate, your E and your F, that is one single shield that you can give to either yourself or another person. But again, because it's timed, not HP based, you'll be very specific about it. You would like to focus on people that are not within your range to shield. So I would not be wanting to give this Galactabot a shield, because I can just step in front of him and do this. But a healer who's far behind me trying to give me heals, or a teammate who's trying to dive in on the enemy team, those are not bad choices for a bubble target or a bubble shield, to make sure that they're going to be protected while they're out of your range. Just play around with it. As you get more experience with Magneto, you're going to see those targets coming more often. Magneto is very much about listening for what audio cues are being hit around you, so that you know exactly who to shield when. One of the cool things about Magneto shields is because they do not have an HP base, they can't be shredded down before an ult hits. So if a Doctor Strange were to walk up and try and shield his opponents, you can gun that shield down and then hit an ult that Doctor Strange can't protect their team. Magneto, on the other hand, as long as the shield is timed well, you can pop a shield, protect your teammates, and then as long as you have about a second before that ultimate lands, you can pop your shield once more and catch the Iron Man ult. Second up, we are going to talk about Magneto's right click. He has these 3 rings on his back that he turns into a projectile and fires forward at somebody. Master of Magnetism is going to manipulate metal at his opponents. It's going to do some damage. You see the rings start to build up over a set amount of time, though there is no cooldown timer for the right click. What that means is you can launch that right click as soon as one of those rings is back. You can see it visually on Magneto's back, that ring behind his head, and you can see it on those 3 arrows directly below the crosshair. When you have all 3 of them fully charged, Magneto will fire, and it will actually knock teammates back and do a significant amount of damage. It will do damage when you don't have it fully charged, but it will not do near as much damage, and the less it's charged, the less damage you do. See, I did about 1/4 of their health with 2 and about 1/8 of their health with 1. But as you can see, when it's fully charged, it does a significant amount of health, about 50%, and it knocks them backwards. So you don't want to be spamming that as much as possible. This is a mechanic that is going to help if like a Wolverine or somebody gets on you. You can, within range, just say, okay, I need you to back up for a little bit, and then you can pop them with one of yours. Or if they're still not far enough back or they come back in, you can just hit them with a melee attack. Now, it is nice that when you have all 3 of these up, it does a lot of damage, but if you need a little bit of burst damage and you don't have them at full health, let's say I've done this recently, now I'm trying to kill this guy because he's in my face, I can do one quick pop to do an extra little bit of explosive damage to make sure that I'm getting that kill and not have to worry about somebody killing my teammates. So be weary about it, play around with it. It's always real fun when you get a shove back because it creates room for your team, which Magneto is great about having room because then he can start making sure that the people behind him aren't getting killed. Magneto's ult does a lot of things all at the same time, so learning when and how to ult with Magneto is going to be essential. When Magneto uses his ult, he will fly up into the air and start pulling metal into a ball. A couple of things you're going to see a circle around the crosshair. That is the timer for how long you can charge this ult or keep it up. And then you will see another bar start to fill up under the crosshair circle. That is how much damage the ult is accruing. And I'll show you by doing this. So you see the 2 bars. I can hold it until the timer goes out and then it gets thrown. I did not do that. I can also, if I choose to, release it early and control it. Now notice a couple of things. One, I hit him dead on. I hit both the Galactobots dead on. First time at full charge, it instantly killed that Galactobot. Secondly, when I released it on my own, it did not kill that one. So the longer it charges, the more damage it does. And this is a burst damage, so it is going to outdo a lot of the healing of your strategist or your opponent's strategist ults. So Magneto is a great pick into somebody like Cloak and Dagger, who when they ult, and they ult often, they do a lot of healing over time that can be survived. Magneto can actually hit Cloak and Dagger out of their ult before it's fully layered and kill them so that they cannot continue their ult. Basically, you just have to have enough of the ult charged up. I think it's about half of it. I could be wrong on the numbers. And you throw it, and it's an instant KO. Now, it is also a really good defensive ult for your team because as you are charging, if you guys see those little red dots flying up into the ball, that is because any projectiles thrown at your team who are in that circle are absorbed into the ball, and that actually adds to the damage of Magneto's ult. So anything like Squirrel Girl nuts or Spider-Man web shooters or Iron Man repulsor blasts or Iron Man's ult are all considered projectiles in the game and will be absorbed into Magneto's ult. So being able to have your ult, pop it, and start walking forward gives your team a space underneath you that will prevent a lot of damage coming their direction so that it can hopefully help capture a point, capture an objective, or even keep opponents away from the point to maybe end the game. Okay, so I hope that video was informative for you. If you learned anything from that, please leave a comment down below on what it is that I helped you out with. Anything that I could do better, would appreciate that too. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.